What's up, everyone? I am Tim Oates on bass, and today we're going to pull back the curtain a little bit on Guess That Bassline. So for those that follow my channel regularly, you may know that once a month I put out a new episode of Guess That Bassline. Now, sometimes I do get questions in the comments about, what the process looks like and what I go through to make sure that the songs that I pick can be used and not, blocked on YouTube, and, just different things about the process. And I usually try to answer them as I come across them in the comments, but I figured, why not put out a little video, show a little bit of the process, talk through it, see if you have any other questions, happy to answer it. So the first thing I do is, of course, line up the contestant. And that I try to do actually as far in advance as possible, at least 2 months. And when I'm lining up a contestant, of course, the first thing is to make sure they understand the game, understand the rules. If it's someone that's been following my channel, they usually know about it. Otherwise, I just give them a quick little overview and I let them pick the band. I will guide them sometimes, just kind of let them know I think this is going to be particularly hard, or sometimes I just have to say I'm not going to be able to pull that off. Some people are like, oh, I'm going to pick Primus, or oh, I'm going to pick Dream Theater, which I love Primus and I love Dream Theater. Rush was another one that was thrown out there. I think of those three, Rush I could probably pull off the easiest. Primus would be damn near impossible. Dream Theater, I could probably make work, but Johnny Mayung is just an absolute beast. So once we have picked the band, that's usually where I stop it, because I have a lot of research to do at that point. And what I do is I just research like crazy. I look through the catalog. I look through what song choices there are. If it's a really deep catalog, I usually have to narrow the field down. Sometimes I'll have input from the contestants. Sometimes I'll narrow it down myself. Be it through just picking, hits or singles or music videos, or sometimes if it's a really big catalog, it'll be, certain albums or a certain era. Once I have an idea of kind of what that is going to look like, I'll start going into specific songs and get an idea of what I might want to pick. So I'll study tabs, usually have to confirm the tabs. There's definitely been plenty of times where I've found tabs and, thought that's the song that I want to do and go, that tab's wrong. Sometimes I can fix them just by ear. Sometimes I can't. I'll find other tabs, different things, but I've got to go through and make sure that I know how to play them and I know how to play them accurately. So as I'm doing that, I usually like to pick 10 to 12 potential songs or sections of songs. I'll actually pull those songs, clip out the portion of the song that I want to focus on, and I'll just make a YouTube check video. It's just black screen, text, and music. Just those little sections. It's usually about 2 minutes long, roughly. And what I do is I upload that to YouTube as an unlisted file, and I let it sit there for a day or two, so that way it runs all of its copyright checks. What that does is it'll let me know which songs I'll get a copyright claim on. I usually always assume I'll get a claim, and that's fine. But what I'm really looking for are the blocks. That's how I figure out what songs I'll be able to actually use. And then from there, I'll actually reach back out to the contestant and let them know, hey, this is what we're going with. We're going with this section of years. We're going with just this selection of songs, whatever it is, right? Like whatever it is that I whittled it down to, if we didn't already have that figured out in the beginning, I'll let them know. And I can usually at that point tell them about 2 weeks. We'll be ready to go. I want to give them enough time that they can start listening to the song, start prepping on their own while I'm finishing up my prep. And the next step in my prep is to actually record the package. That's the actual game package that you see where I'm playing. It has the cards in between with the titles and then the answer, and it just goes back and forth. And basically what I do there is I just have that original file that I built the YouTube check video on, and I actually just play it directly out of Premiere, and I'll record. I can't show you because I'm literally recording into it right now. Hang on. So this is what I record pretty much everything on audio-wise. So you can see I've got the shotgun mic right here. So you can see here, it's got 2 XLR inputs. And what this allows me to do is I actually will record the audio in the room while I'm playing along to the song, so I know where in the song I am and I can match up the song in post. But then I'll pull DI off of my pedal board, put it into one of the XLRs and it'll actually sync up inside the Zoom H5. I love this thing. I use it all the time. And what I'll do is I'll actually videotape the entire session. While I'm doing all of the recording, I'll just hit record on the camera and let it go. Of course, it's a Canon, so I've got to reset every 30 minutes, but that's fine. So I record the video and all the audio. I do all that at once. And then I find the takes that work. I cut them out. I sync everything up. Then I pull in the original audio from the song. I make sure that is lined up with the room audio. Then I kill the room audio. So I'll copy that and paste it. So I have 2 of each one. I delete the original track. So it's literally just the perfect copy. I have all the cards pre-made. I just pop in and change the title of the song. Boom, I line it all up, export it, and ready to go. At that point, I reach out to the contestant. We set up the Zoom call. These sessions are much longer than what's showing up through YouTube. You know, I try to keep those videos to roughly 15 minutes. Sometimes it's a little bit shorter, sometimes it's a little bit longer, but oftentimes these sessions will run an hour, hour and a half. And I do allow the contestants to actually listen to the bass lines again. Sometimes they have to listen to it 4 or 5 times. And there's a lot of them just sitting there thinking, and everyone almost does the same thing. They just sit there in one pose for minutes at a time, and they're going through every song they can think of to try to see if they can match it up. It's kind of fascinating to see everyone go through the same process. But of course I cut that out because it's not entertaining for content. I have one of these for every game. And what this is, it's a little cheat sheet that I keep in front of me. So you can see there, I've got the note of what day it's gonna be. You can see the contestant name, the band name. Here's the songs, and then I write in as they get them right or wrong. Once the game is over, let them know I got to edit it. That can sometimes take me 2 or 3 weeks alone. It is a pretty big edit job. I am getting a lot faster. Obviously, I've done enough of these now that I've kind of sped up my workflow. I try to get it done a week in advance. Not gonna lie, like sometimes it's, a couple days before, but that's fine. Like shoot them the video so they can preview it. It is, their portrayal out there. I want to make sure that they feel comfortable with the video that we're putting out for the world. And then we release the first Tuesday of every month. That's it. That's the, kind of quick how I put together Guess That Bassline. And I usually always have a few running at any given time. Right now, I'm actually only working on one, and it's the one for next month, but I'm really excited about it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so that way you can see that one, then all the ones that are coming after it. Hopefully you're enjoying watching these. Hopefully you're enjoying the channel. Please drop me comments. Let me know if you are, what you want to see. Definitely am getting some requests. So I am taking notice of those, trying to find people to line up with some of those. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. You keep making beautiful music, and I will see you in the next one.